Life is depressing. People often ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? And not gonna lie, I always thought I was going to be the greatest president of the entire world. I worked hard since the day I was born, but when I turned 13, something horrible happened to me. A tragic accident that changed my life. I thought Urza from Fairy Tail was kinda hot.
Really, Con? Fairy Tail?
In my defense, I was 13. But through this unfortunate, tragic, devastating event that can also considered a blessing, I went down the path that many would not take. I got addicted to hentai. To people who don't know what it's like to be addicted to hentai, or you are addicted and want to know where you're at in life, this is a life cycle of a crippling hentai addict. I present to you the 5 stages of a crippling hentai addict. Also, to make my job a little easier, let's change the word crippling hentai addicts to queen. No joke, that was the first thing this website gives me when I use it. The first stage every weeb goes through is the discovering stage. This is where the idea of 2D anime girls seems kinda foreign. Who are they? What are they? Do they bite? I think she's kinda hot. And thus begins stage 1. The simple thought of this anime girl looks kinda cute starts the cause and effect, creating a long never-ending rabbit hole that many innocent 13-year-olds would fall into in becoming a full-fledged queen. Many weebs at this point would either move on with their lives or keep falling down the hole, searching up things like 02 Naked and discovering this thing called a Rule 34 and the vast world of doujinshi. This is stage 2. This is the stage where most weebs lose their innocence and their humanity. Stage 2 is also where early queens develop their weird fetishes, ranging from simple things such as thighs and feet to some of the more absurd ones like stomachs, backs, armpits, traps, and everything an hentai got to offer. It's not very necessary to have fetishes to become the ultimate queen, but it's definitely recommended. Do be careful if you decide to develop some fetishes. They are very addicting and one can accidentally have too many. Some argue that there's no such thing as too many fetishes, but developing more fetishes means eventually being into things that are less popular, or niche, or weird. What the frick is headless? Frog girls? What the frick? The golden period for stage 2 queens would usually be around the beginning. Eventually, all good things must come to an end. Stage 2 queens would be in nirvana every day during the golden period, but after a while they start to pick up a secondary feature that's very useless yet unavoidable if they want to move on to stage 3. Loneliness. Pre-stage 3 queens would consume so much hentai that eventually they would feel lonely. Some would even feel depressed. This is where stage 3 starts. Weebs would desperately look for ways to deal with the loneliness, but instead of going outside and actually talk to a human being, they would resort to things like a story or character development in hentai, and eventually developing a parasocial relationship. For many, this wouldn't be enough. The loneliness hole is so big, 2D still images simply cannot fill it all. That's when we turn to 2D moving images with a voice and a real person behind it. This is almost as effective as going outside. I say about 75%. You're talking to someone and actually making a connection at a cost of your stimulus check. With the loneliness hold fill 75% from these kind of things, stage 3 queen starts to wonder if there's a way to get the rest of the 25%. With the objective in mind, they start to believe, they start to research, they start to unravel the possibilities of seeing a real anime girl. Welcome to stage 4. The stage every weebs are at, including myself. The stage where the motto, "She's not real but she's real to me," is a staple of all researchers. Researchers include VTubers, a creation and mass production of cat girls, AI or this thing that talks to you on your phone.
Can I suck your nose?
Weebs choose to stay at stage 4 due to their extreme love and passion for anime girls, and they're really lonely. Many do not want to move on to stage 5. They think proceeding to stage 5 is the equivalent of giving up. Stage 5 is the stage of acceptance, accepting the fact that anime girls are not real, accepting that there's no way to see them, and accepting the harsh truth that life is depressing. But it doesn't matter. Sure, my waifus can't be real, but they can at least fill the empty hole in my heart. Fill me up with joy and happiness, and also temporarily escape from the dark, depressing reality. And whenever I'm ready, whenever I decide to get my life together and fail miserably, I know that at least I'll have my anime girls waiting for me that night.